Hey, this is MediaShinobi, and we are about to review Sword Art Online Episode 5 entitled
A Crime Within the Walls.
We have Vince and Scott about to review this episode, so let's have it.
Beginning episode, you see Kirito. He meets up with Asuna a month later after the whole, what's her name? The Dragon Tamer girl?
After episode 4.
Yeah.
She's now vice commander of the
Knights of the Blood Oath. She's famous. She's called the Lightning Flash.
Lightning Flash, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she has changed. Like, she went from, like, what episode was it? Episode 2?
It was episode 2 when she was like timid and hide her identity.
Now she's like all serious. And
Yeah, and she's like essentially a general now because they're in a cave making a plan to conquer this floor, and she was willing to sacrifice NPCs to create a diversion. And Kirito wasn't really cool with that. To her, it's like, oh, it's just NPC, they respawn.
Mm-hmm.
But Kirito's a little bit more sensitive than that.
Another time jump happens, and it's a month later. And we just see Kirito chilling in the under a tree where Asuna's just like, why are you being so lazy?
Well, she's more like, let's not lay around because every day wasted in this game world is another day we lose out there in the real world. And so he just lays down, and she, ends up sleeping right next to him too. And so a few hours later, I think they slept through the entire afternoon and the entire night and wake up the next morning. Being a good guy and not taking advantage of her, he goes off to sit, she wakes up, and she's completely embarrassed. At one moment, she looked like she was about to cut his head off. And we were like, whoa. And she said that she was willing to buy him dinner to make it even. So then they go into town, and we finally learned a new game mechanic. First of all, in a town, you cannot be killed in a town. However, you can challenge someone to a duel first, and the HP can go down in a duel. Way around it is that if you're sleeping and someone challenges you to a duel, they can, the screen shows up, they can take your hand, press OK, and just beat the out of you while you're sleeping.
Kind of unfair, man.
And they can't feel pain, so they won't know.
So that's why she kind of said thank you to him, because he didn't take advantage of her in her one moment of weakness when they hear a scream. And they run outside and they see a guy who being hung by his neck from a clock tower while a spear is stabbed through his chest. I mean, come on, that's overkill.
Spear looks more like a sword. After that, Suna goes checks it out. It was too late. He died or vanished.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Kirito and Suna are talking like, well, how can this happen? There was no duel announcement, no winner. They find a witness. Her name is Yoriko. She's from the Golden Apple Guild, and that was apparently her teammate, Kane's, that died. And then later on, they find out, and it involves Yoriko's guild, the Golden Apples. There was a couple, I guess, months. They're fighting a boss. They got a rare weapon, agility ring. It was huge.
It was a huge ring, like the size of a crown.
Yeah, it looked like a crown.
Well, they were kind of debating whether or not they should sell it or use it for the guild, And then they decided to vote on it, and it worked in 5-3 for selling it. And the leader of the Golden Apple Guild, Griselda, essentially takes it to the front line to find a broker to sell it. However, she didn't return. And essentially, it's assumed that they find out later that she died, and the guild just kind of splits up after that.
The suspected person of killing her was her cyber husband, also part of the guild, named Grim Rock.
And they find out his identity. Essentially, they take the sword, which is aptly named Guilty Thorn because it has a bunch of spikes coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They take it to their good friend Icho.
Eagle, yeah.
Eagle, who is a blacksmith running a little shop, and he appraises the weapon and find out who creates it. And so now that they find out that the sword was from the husband of Griselda, they decided they want to kind of warn the other members of the guild. Who is Smith.
A member of the Holy Dragon Alliance. If you guys don't remember, they were the one that were attacking. They're going to attack Santa, but then they got held up by Klein's group.
Yeah.
They find Smith, and they're all in the panic. Smith and Yuriko, they're like, no, this is what we get. We shouldn't have voted. They're all panicking. You see in her eyes, especially in Yuriko, she hasn't slept. Like, she stayed awake all day. She's like, oh my god, I'm worried.
She kind of sees it as like divine retribution, that because they kind of voted on it, they agreed that to sell the ring, that was catalyst. It started all this. So she thinks that this is what they're getting. Mm-hmm. And then Smith is just all like, why now? Why this? Why me? Kind of thing. And so they're just going back and forth. Everyone's kind of like, emotions are high. Next thing you know...
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed status.
My back. And Yuriko dies.
Falls out a 4-story window, splat. Shatter, disappears in the dust. gone, and then it ends right there. Cliffhanger. Kirito's all like, holy you know. Overall, not a lot happened. Not a lot happened or I should say, action-wise, not a lot happened in this episode.
More suspense.
Yeah, more suspense.
And build up to the next episode.
Build up to the next episode, which probably will be the climax. It's kind of interesting seeing Sword Art Online doing this. You kind of see every new episode they're going with a new theme. You know, like last one was kind of happy, you know, working together kind of thing, and even before that was a lot about talking about death in regards to that girl that died. Got her name. Sorry.
I keep forgetting her.
Saichi.
Yeah, there you go.
Saichi. It was very sad. Very sad.
Very depressing.
I forgot her name.
Kind of ruined my day.
And as of now, Kirito, he is not as reluctant to join a guild because he is reaching the higher levels and he needs people there.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. Solo can only take you so far.
Yeah.
Did they ever mention what level he is right now?
No, they're on floor 59 or 54.
But I mean, like, considering the time jump, I believe, like, he was level 50-something, 40-something, 48, I believe. And then the next episode, he was 78. So I can only imagine what level he is now.
I don't even want to imagine
Same
it.
with Asuna. Like,
yeah,
we don't know.
We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But for a vice commander, she must be pretty strong. Yeah, so we can't wait for next episode. I mean, who knows what could happen?
People are gonna die.
Yeah, most likely. People always
Definitely.
die.
So how are you liking the series so far in episode 1 through 5?
Pretty good. Time skips are a little.
The pacing is a little screwy, but you know, it's enjoyable nonetheless. You know.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. This is our review for episode 5.
Yeah.
Look forward to our episode 6 review, which will be next week on Saturday. Other than that, that's it. This is MediaShinobi. We're signing out.